Hey Joan, how are you? Sorry, I was in whatchamacallit, in the menus
Orders
to
is pleased to see you.
basically just getting all my hashtags and everything set up. Oh, I'll take that. We'll get ourselves situated.
Messages in your
I'm
inbox,
just
operator.
making sure everything is set
Uh,
up on
they are not
YouTube
as
real quick
encrypted as they should
to
be.
broadcast properly. How are you? How was I don't think I've seen you since Thanksgiving. I really haven't broadcasted too much. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Hope your weekend's going well. And there we go. Alright, we're all set. Oh, let me refresh that real quick and then put up a link on my Facebook to get some family and friends in here to come show some love.
Orders has been counting stars, operator. All accounted for.
There we go. Get Nidus oot in the boot. That's something I plan on doing this week is getting a proper build on him and on my Helmuth Kubro. Joan, do you by any chance play on PlayStation? Nothing of value. Field drone, detonite, mute mass. You do. Joan, you're more than welcome to send me a friend request. My PlayStation handle is the same as my YouTube channel here, V1I7P2E3R. More than welcome to hop on at any point, jump on and play with me. Alright. The lady asked for the Demon King. And let's get this trade chat off real quick. What do we have as far as weapon go? Alright, the Faj, unfortunately, that's gonna need some love. So for the time being,
If I may say, operator, your
wrong
chosen
button.
Warframe suits you. Ha ha.
Oh no, not right now. I'm just saying in general. Add me on the PlayStation and we can hook up at some point. Doesn't have to be this very moment. Do, do, do. You know what? That's the other thing I want to do. Let me go back. Let me see what Nidus's build even looks like at this point. I don't even think I put Forma in them yet. No. Oh, that's so rudimentary. Doesn't even have any arcanes. Um, you're just for sniper rifles, though. Yeah. All right. So let's see what we got here. I am gonna do that mutagen mash. Do little media, right in the middle. Arcanes you pick up from beating any one of the Eidolons, and basically it's they each have certain conditions. Um, to have them activate, you have to meet a certain criteria. Some of them are you have a chance, like a 5% chance on a critical hit to cause extra damage for a certain amount of time. Stuff like that. Um, so it's a way to give your Warframe an extra jump in the battle. If you get them to be high enough, you can actually get arcane revives. I'm kind of glad these aren't killing you guys too quick. I want to build up my stacks. When I get back into my ship, I'll give you a better rundown of it.
Let's clean it up. Move and strike. We have to win this. Was a juggernaut. They were lured out by the death of infested. Lay low and it should go away, or amp up to draw it out.
Oh, we're gonna amp it up for sure. Definitely gotta get a little bit more speed into Nidus. Yeah, come on out, big guy.
Juggernaut, I think you made it angry. Good work.
Where's this big guy hiding? Is this him down here? Nope. Yep, he just went right by me. I'll take all those goodies. I do have to remember that I have to get closer to what I pick up because I don't have a sentinel with vacuum on. Although they're going to be giving mods similar to that with the Fortuna update. There's actually going to be helmet-specific mods. Oh, and why wouldn't I have the Stalker come after me right now? Yep, I know. Yep, we're gonna wait for... just so we can... Come on. Get off your little stance there. Oh. Yeah. Easiest way to defeat the Stalker, just use your operator. He'll do almost absolute damage to him. Curious. Any goodies hiding up and around here? No. Okay. Habits. Always gotta check. Hello, everyone. This almost feels like this is... Okay, it's not. Normally this is the setup for the end of the board. Woo!
That was a close one.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
More elevators. Why can't I... Oh, that's why. Glitched in the ceiling. Alright, John, so I'm going to give you a quick rundown of arcanes and the benefits of having them. So, easiest way, I'm going to go to my foundry here. And you can hit R3 to pop up all your arcanes. Again, these are stuff that you're going to get off of the 3 Eidolons, whether it's the Terrorist, the Gauntlist, or the Hydralist. Hydralist will have the high chance of, or best chances of, dropping rare or legendary arcanes. But basically, you would add these into your Warframe, like Arcane Consequence. It's maxed out because I've gotten 10 of them. So, basically, for this, on a headshot, I have a 100% chance with this arcane to have an extra 40% parkour velocity, which means my bullet jumps are going to be that much faster. And it's saying comments are coming in, but for some reason they are not popping up. There we go. If you have a rank 3 arcane, you'll get an arcane revive, which means you won't burn through one of your regular revives. You'll have an extra one in store where you'll basically be automatically brought back. If memory serves me right, in one of the patches they actually had you be able to revive fallen enemy or fallen allies the same way. But they all have some kind of condition that's met. Some of them are just triggered by passive stuff. Arcane Energize. If you just pick up energy, you and your teammates that are within a certain range will just gather more energy per second.
It said
Another one that's good, people use it for Eidolons, it's widely popular, is going to be... Oh, no worries, that's right, you're working. Arcanes are basically added bonuses for your Warframe, and they have to be met by some kind of a situation. Some of them are passive, like Arcane Nullifier. Is a chance to resist magnetic damage. So when you're fighting the Eidolon, if you have a nullifier on, you get that percentage of the chance that when he gets his joint popped and that magnetic wave comes out, you won't be affected by it. Arcanes will stack. So if you have an Arcane Nullifier, this one's 80. If I were to throw on the second one and this one's only 60%, that would be over 100%. If you just had the 80, and then if this one was only an unranked one for 20%, they will stack and you'll have a 100% chance to never take magnetic damage. These are good for also some of the sorties that have radiation damage or magnetic anomalies that happen. I use Arcane Warmth for Equinox when I do the scramble and the farm for the Xiphos pieces, because when I use her 4th ability and pop all the breakables, there's a lot of those cold barriers there that will... Correct. And they're used just like a mod. When you go to your Warframe, It's like having 2 extra mod slots. You can pick which ones you want for the conditions you're going to use or for the weapons that you're going to use. A lot of them are triggered by weapons. If you do any kind of critical damage, like Arcane Rage is critical damage for a rifle. Or I'm sorry, it's a headshot for a rifle. Momentum is the crit chance one. Or I'm sorry, acceleration. Um, if I hit anybody with a critical chance and I have a decent critical build for my Ignis, there's a 5% chance I'll have 15% fire rate for my rifle. That's basically all it boils down to. And just like mods, I can have the same one on any one of my Warframes, the same way you can have primed flow or continuity on any one of your Warframes at the same time. It's the same thing with the Arcanes. But yeah, it's just an added bonus. So it does help to start doing Eidolon hunts. But then to do the Eidolon hunts, you have to make sure your operator's on point, your Warframe's on point. So you have to level up your operator, make sure you get at least a basic, the first tier amp for him. If you go out there with the moat amp, it's going to take you a long time to do damage. And if you're with a squad, you wouldn't have to worry about it too much, but you want to be able to at least contribute. The best amp for the Eidolon, by the way, is what I deem to be a 222. Some people like the 223. And basically, if you were to go to Quill, each tier, they're labeled in his shop or placed in his shop in a certain order. And people would go by 111, 222, or 333, basing on the tier and which piece it is. Basically, the one I use is like an Archiplasmor, and it recharges energy a lot quicker. It rips his shields down a lot faster. But Arcanes are... Again, you can only get them from the Eidolon. You can trade for them. But to me, I just enjoy doing the Eidolon hunts. So I rather just burn through that and get it. But you will need to have a squad with you for at least the Hydralist. The Gauntless you can kind of solo, but it will be rather time consuming. I agree, but I need them to have some level of speed.
We need to clean this area up. Search for the source of the infestation and exterminate it.
With this level, I'm not too worried about Nidus really getting down, but if I'm going to use him for heavier missions, then I will definitely... I should have built up some energy there. There we go. But no, I totally know what you mean. I actually had a conversation about people putting steel fire... Oh, that's early for the Juggernaut.
That was a juggernaut. They were lured out by the death infested. Lay low, and it should go away or amp up the fight to draw it out. I'm still detecting a lot of infestation.
Wow, let's get that
Clean it up.
guy coming out. There we go. What I was starting to say was I've had the conversation with people about Rhino. People don't use steel fiber on Rhino, and you should, because his armor plus his power strength will increase Iron Shield. Alright, where are you at? There you are. That was a late hit. Alright. All you jackasses over there. I'll have the maggots jump through. You came around behind me, didn't you? Oh, we lost track of the Juggernaut. I don't think I killed him. There he is. I like it when you show me your belly instead. His weakest spot is his stomach. There's no plating or anything to it. Oh yeah, all my quests are done. I've burned through them. I held off on a lot of them for some time, to be honest, and I'm not sure why I did that, but I did in the last, probably within the last 3 months, burned through the last bit of them. And that was basically like, I didn't do the Octavia quest because I just bought Octavia, so I just held off on it. I don't remember if I have you or not. I hear you. You above me? Oh, Jesus. I always assume it's going to be in the most complicated of places. I do have you.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission.
But yes, I have the sacrifice, chimera, all the new missions. They're all done and caught up with. The quests are no longer an issue for me. Yeah, we're not worried about the focus, and you're actually above me. How are you looking on the quests there, Joan? And Joan, shame on you for watching YouTube while you're at work. Nidus is good. As far as OP, it depends on what you mean by that. Overpower could be in so many different realms. Like, as far as crowd control goes, depending on the faction, Limbo is OP because he just stops time. Unless you have the Corpus there, in which case the Nullifier will stop his ability altogether. I should have just hit square instead of circle. As far as the whole debate between Nidus and Inaros, seeing that neither one of them has shields, I would swing more towards Inaros. Mainly just because, to me, he's probably the tankiest character out of all the Warframes. Like there should be no reason for Inaros to go down unless you not pay attention to something, which actually happened to me. God, was it Wednesday or Thursday? Wasn't paying attention, and I brought Inaros to the Void. Misplaced a jump, and I ended up jumping right in front of a gold laser, and just killed myself almost instantly. I really don't use Nidus all that often, but you've re-triggered my interest in him, so I've been more than happy to run with him. He is a lot of fun. As far as being OP, I think he's definitely ahead of the curve, but for my own taste and opinion, I think there's other frames that are going to be slightly more powerful. And again, that's still conditional. Like, in this situation, I would say Ember would be OP, because with a heavily built World on Fire build like I have, like one that's just designed just to freaking end most people, going against the Infested with Ember, it just makes the most logical sense. They're weak against fire. Ember's World on Fire plus growing power will just decimate all of them. So I would literally just be running full speed right now through this, and as I went past people, they would just be dying. So in that right, Ember's OP. When you get Ember against like the same build with the same level corrupted, it's gonna be a different story. She's gonna need a little more a little more help. Say Saren ripping apart their armor, in which case the two of them together would be an OP combination. So I'm one of those people where it's just like, I don't understand why people will say they maim a certain Warframe. It doesn't make any sense to me why you would just limit yourself to just one Warframe, because they're designed conditionally.
Attack us and we will counter.
There are certain frames that I don't like. I can say that much. I'm not a fan of Atlas. He's interesting and he can be very tanky and whatnot, but I think I hate saying this, and I don't want anyone that's watching, well, it's just two of us. I love DE. I feel that Atlas was just like, we just need an idea for a new Warframe, what do you people have? Well, that's the best one we got, that's what we're going to go with. That's what I kind of feel like happened with Atlas, and it's, again, no offense to the company, I love them absolutely, and they've been nothing but kind and whatnot. I've actually been able to play with Danielle a few times during her PlayStation 4 at 4, and she's an absolute sweetheart and a delight, as are all the girls that are hosting the show. They are probably some of the fiercest and most knowledgeable and talented girl gamers I have ever seen. But I did Nidus just it feels like they're just like, we need a frame, we don't know what we're gonna do. Like, that's what we're gonna do? Alright, fuck it. Anybody else have an idea? No, we're going with it. It feels like an idea that one of my employees has had at work, where they're just like, so we could do this. Are there any other ideas on the table? No. Well, I guess that's the idea we're gonna go with then.
Another successful mission. Find extraction.
No, you're very right, Joan. We're gonna have to have an education day for you and just introduce you to all the frames. Let's see, if I remember right, you said Volt, Frost, and Oberon? Let's see if I can look back. Volt, Frost, and Oberon, yeah. Those are all three frames that I love. Volt was my first frame. He was my starter frame, which I'm assuming is the same for you. Volt is... I don't want to say overpowered, but Volt, in his own right, can really stand his ground, put up some shields, block enemies from coming in, and as he's shooting through them, does more damage for each shield he shoots through. Oberon, he can be outright nasty. Everything about him is set to just destroy the enemy's defenses. You cast Hollow Ground, and oh, that should be the third one. You cast Hollow Ground with Oberon, and everyone standing on it no longer will be affected by any statuses that the enemies will have. It also clears them out. But any enemies that are on it, when you pop your fourth ability and slam them down, every time you do that, you strip 25% of their armor. So you just do that real quick. If you're going against anyone that has any level of armor, you do that, and you're just going to strip them down. They'll have nothing to protect their vitality at that point. You should be an assassination. Yeah. Alright, assassination, we're definitely going to change it up, because we're going to want to fly through this one. So our Demon King is going to be put back on his throne for a moment. And I had a feeling I was right on that line. Frost is good for defense. Try not to use them with the infested too much. If they end up having the Mutilis Osprey and they do that gas cloud, it actually gathers and stays inside that bubble, and it'll negatively affect you pretty bad. We're gonna have to at some point, Joe, when you and I play together, we will do grinds here and there and start getting you other frames. First one I think you should grab is Rhino. He is definitely a good one to have. Oh, what? What the hell happened here? Jesus, I got literally stuck in the corner. Alright, so we're just gonna speed run our way through here. And you know what? While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna take 1 second and do this real quick for you, Joan. Since you've been consistently here, there's no reason why not to upgrade you like that.
creature's spine strike. These razor-sharp quills will rip your Warframe to shreds.
No, he is welcome to try to rip me to shreds. Yoink.
Elude its bone-shattering shrieks if you wish to stay alive.
So much for an assassination.
Assassination target is here. Wipe them out. Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Correct. It's the story behind the frames. Damn, I thought I could swing that. The story behind the frames is pretty... Oh, shit, I forgot. I gotta... Man, I take a few days off, and I'm almost rusty with my parkour. Night is for sure. And I've always wanted to, and I'm just thinking I really haven't dove into that. As much as I love this game and play it, I've never really read into a lot of the lore and almost the story of like the comic book manga version of it. We're gonna go right back in. We're gonna finish this guy off quick. We'll do, I haven't even looked at what the story is. Can I see it real quick? Spy, mobile defense. Didn't see what the last one was. Normally on a Sunday. I don't normally stream on Sundays because of football and whatnot, but Cowboys played on Thanksgiving, and that's all I really cared about, so I'm just gonna have a laid-back stream day.
The assassination target is nearby. Seek and destroy.
Alright, biological attacks, be ready.
This place is crawling with infested. Unfortunately, far more ominous awaits. Make your way deeper into the base.
Ah, crap. Let's... forget how slow that reload can be.
Your target is an
Excuse me,
aberration
everyone.
of twisted flesh. Put the thing out of its misery.
You can piss, moan, and cry all you want, buddy.
Support screams. This will mean we're getting close. There is the assassination target. You know what to do.
Yep, it's already done.
Target down. Assassination contract complete.
Oh,
Great work,
Lotus,
Tenno.
as always, you are a little behind.
Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
I upgraded you on my stream, so now you're actually one of my mods. Normally it's 2 shots. I'm using the Rubico. It's got a decent build on it. I should actually switch it to the other build. Let's give you a peek at what I'm using. This is going to be for the Eidolon because it'll be radiation. Status chance is decent. Critical chance is through the roof for it, and it's what I want. But the critical multiplier is what's really big, is that 11.8. The Rubico is a critical damage based weapon, so every shot you hit with it will start building up a combo chain that will increase your combo multiplier. The Lanka is critical chance. This is critical multiplier. This Riven kind of makes it, though. Increased fire rate, critical damage, critical chance. Reload speed takes a big hit, though. So you kind of want to like compensate for that with a little bit. You can get there's actually an arcane for it. I haven't swapped out your arcanes in a while, have I, Loki? Judging by I have slash damage prevention. But yes, your name is blue because I yeah, increase reload speed. That's what we want. I made you a mod for my room, which means if depends on who you're going against. Corrosive for anyone with armor, hands down. Radiation does nothing more than, as far as damage for the Eidolon, it makes the enemies fight each other. And that's always hilarious to watch. And they'll actually damage each other too. So if you ever just want to kind of like just throw off the whole balance of the game in like a survival or a defense, get someone that's going to do some radiation damage and watch it happen. Like Oberon. Get your hollow ground out there and the radiation damage, and once it starts really taking its effect on them, it's they just start ripping each other apart. And you'll get the credit for the kills. Let me see here. Something for the raffle. Don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Okay. So a little better for Loki here. So yeah, the was that the Misto? Yeah. Just to make sure I cover this part because this is somewhat more, unfortunately, important to me. Your name is Blue. I decided to make you a mod. You're here often enough, Joe, and I appreciate the love, so I'm showing a little bit back. You're a mod now for my channel, which means if for some reason someone's in here and we got a hater in here just spewing whatever they want to say and whatnot or whatever, you can actually bring your mouse to the right of their name, click on their name if you're on your cell phone, and you can actually silence them. You can put the user in timeout. In other words, you can wipe out what they're saying so other people that are watching the stream don't see it. You're basically just giving me a hand running the show, so I'm more focused on the game itself without worrying about people wanting to be keyboard warriors on the stream.
Your target is an apparition of twisted flesh. Put the thing out of its misery.
Oh, that was a bad jump. Yep, taking a few days off is definitely
Avoid the creature's
throwing some things off. There we go.
Razor sharp quills will rip your Warframe to shreds.
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
Targets, stay sharp. This
Yep.
one is a
Need a
handful.
third shot. What the hell sound was that? Oh. Okay, my tablet. I forgot I rebuilt it, started using it again,
Target
and
down.
gotta get used to
Assassination
all its
contract
noises.
complete. Great work,
Come on.
Tenno.
There we go, Loki. Get up there.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
But to finish answering the other question, corrosive for anybody with armor. Anyone that's going to have that gold life bar, you're going to want that corrosive damage. Radiation just makes them fight among themselves. Again, all the damages are going to be very specific to who you're fighting against. And it's never going to be 100% across the board. Like, they're going to be infested with armor. While you want to have slash, puncture, or viral damage for the infested, you're still going to want a possible corrosive. Granted, slash and viral can bypass the armor to a degree, but corrosive will just make it even faster. So again, it's kind of hit or miss about who you are fighting against. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's get Equinox back out. Let's do a quick run for possible Xiphos pieces. Oh wait, we should take a peek at the Sortie before we jump into that. So, spy, mobile, deflection. That deflection we're not going to be able to solo. It's just one of those missions that, yeah, it's just not smart to solo it. Not that it's impossible, it's just that it's harder than it needs to be. And before this sound drives me crazy, let me turn this tablet off.
I need you to sabotage this ship's reactor. The reactor is a
Joan, that's perfectly
system.
fine, darling.
Start by removing the coolant cells.
Do what you gotta do.
My intel suggests
I'm gonna be here rocking and rolling.
in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the risk.
Come on, let's get some energy going here. Hey, there's some. Alright, I think we're good enough. Joan, I'm going to take a wild guess and assume that you're on the other side of the pond from me. And I used to own a bottle of water. Do that before the elevator. Alright, Joan, sounds good. I will be here and ready to go. Alright, so one is going to be above. I can only assume that was some kind of a keyboard slip. I hear you under me.
You found resource cache. I'm detecting 2 more faint hints. second cache. My readings indicate one more. Coolant cell extracted. The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again.
Oh, bad bullet jump.
Cell has been extracted. Fuel cell reinserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown. Destroy the fuel injectors. A blast door has blocked your evacuation route. Find a way to open it.
Damn. I was hoping not to pop the window. Now I'm gonna have that sound in the back of my ears. I actually gave DE a call and an email saying, hey, it's really annoying when the sound glitch happens. Please make it stop. There we go. So I still have one less cache to find. Are you gonna be hiding in here?
Sabotage is complete. Get to extraction.
Yeah. That's the main reason why I hate that sound glitch. It happens on this board and I need to be able to somewhat hear those
All
caches.
your objectives are complete. Proceed to extraction.
Just to make sure no sculpture hides behind you. And just a star above me. What? Get up there. Alright, come on. First piece of Xiphos. Nope. Credit plate, and no. Oh, I can, oh, if you're already in a party, yeah, why don't you go ahead and send me an invite? You already know what my name is. If you go to your party settings, and let me just make sure I'm doing that right. When you go to invite and invite players, the left-hand side, if you scroll all the way up, there's search, and from there you can type in someone's name. I assume Yuri M1 is you. I'll be able to tell in a few seconds. Using Frost. Yeah, I would imagine that's you. I'm gonna peek your profile.
Everything in orders, operator? Is that a pun?
Oh yeah, you're definitely a Vault fan.
I will attempt to bypass this vault.
Sure, we'll take a peek at your orbiter. See what you got going on over here. Keep in mind, when I leave your orbiter, it's going to de-squad us. What's up, Frost? Will it let me... Yep. No, that's not what I wanted you to do. Did I get rid of... Oh, there it is. Come on. It won't let me do a handshake. There it is. I was too close to you, I think. Howdy. You don't have a headset. Gotcha. Your ship oddly looks similar to what my setup was. Oh, I see you got the obsidian noggle. On my screen, it looks like the mirror is done being built for you, or that's just their default showing of a weapon. Are your personal quarters opened yet? Not yet. Oh, have you done the War Within yet? Have you done that quest? Alright.
Ordis is
We should try to open up the map for you then. Just so you can get to the War Within, because you're going to want to be able to get to the point where your operator comes out. It's going to open up the game for you. There's a lot of great story behind it. But we should also get to some frames first. So let's hunt down some more frames for you. I am going to... Now, hopefully they patch this so it doesn't kick me out of the squad or remove me from the squad. I'm going to head back to my orbiter. Let's do a quick grind for Rhino. Cool, still in the squad. Alright, let's change up frames real quick. Yeah, we'll stick it old school. We'll go with Ember. And yeah. Ash is going to be a little more complicated. His pieces will randomly drop from the Maniac or from the Stalker. Unless they change that. Let me double check just so I'm not misquoting myself, but pretty sure his pieces drop by pure luck only when they come and attack you. Oh, it's just from the Maniac. So we do have to further you along in the game so we can get the Maniac to start coming after you. Do, 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 do.
Ordis has been counting stars, operator. All accounted
I'm
for.
already on Venus. Why don't I see... There you are. Did you mean to cancel the vote, or you need a moment for something? Oh, no worries. Had a feeling. Happens to me all the time. I play with my buddy, his fiance, and her father, and I couldn't tell you how many times he either cancels the vote or um, every now and then either him or his fiance will double tap square real quick and just immediately start the countdown on you. So for the most part, I try to just roll with it. It happens. People misfire their buttons all the time. I always say some people have happy fingers.
In an attempt to exert power and authority, the Corpus recently introduced their most lethal security proxy yet.
For some reason, didn't load me in right
Board
away.
this vessel and destroy it.
Already
Do
has
not
you
dismiss the
a little
Jackal
bit ahead
as
of me.
just another Corpus
I'll catch up.
proxy. This will be unlike anything you have faced yet. They spotted you. Nicknamed the Jackal, this is the same deadly quad robot which has become extremely problematic for ourselves in the field. We're locked out. Let's override the security.
You should be able to come in 2 seconds.
Breach complete. We're free to proceed. Arms have been reset. Do not dismiss the Jackal.
Do you
as
have
just another Corpus
any of the
proxy.
pieces of
This will be unlike
Rhino
any
yet?
enemy you have faced yet.
Come on. Start her up. Try coming closer to the Jackal. The stream is pretty slow. Interesting. I'm wondering if there's... Oh, well, on my side, the stream's coming through fine. I'm wondering... Just curious, Joan, what country are you in? Definitely try to come closer to the Jackal, though. Like on this square, see if it triggers it. Otherwise, I'm at a little bit of a loss. Huh. Oh, wait a second. Someone else oh, you have your session on public. It's not starting because whoever this savage dog is taking his sweet time. He's not even moving. There he goes. I forgot to tell you to put this on private. We could just do it just the two of us burning through so we don't have to worry about someone else slowing us down. This guy is gonna get a free lesson in. Now we got someone else jumping in. Come on, everybody. I won't lie, this is probably my biggest pet peeve. We're here for an assassination, and this guy wants to farm. He's a low level, so is the other guy, so I can understand it, but they want to explore, but it's just like, come on. Any day now. Here he comes. Yay! We can finally kill the jackal. Joan, we just need you to get closer is all. I can only assume you're probably trying to type to me.
Bots inbound.
Yeah, I can only assume it's because of, oh, come on, dude. Get over here.
Located the VIP. Time to go.
Nope, that takes care of that. Wow, extraction's right here.
Down the VIP. Now get to extraction.
For me, the stream's moving just fine. I can only assume it's how you're connected. That's why I was asking what country you're in right now, because that might be throwing things off.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
No, we got the neuroptics. One down, 2 pieces to go. I can feel a sneeze coming. It doesn't want to come out.
Inbox messages await the operator. I wonder what they say.
So I am going to do this. And let me send you a quick invite. There we go. I'm in North America. I'm in New York right now. I thought the reason why we weren't going through in the lag was because of that, but it was because we had other people jumping in the squad that was slowing us down. As far as the stream goes, I'm watching my own stream just so I can keep up with how it's going, and I run a business class style internet out of the house, so it's going pretty good. Well, Joan, go right ahead and eat. Do what you gotta do. I'm just gonna drop out of the squad. Once you're done eating, hop right back in. I'm gonna get a couple other things done while you have yourself a bite to eat. By all means, enjoy your food. I don't want to make you feel like you have to rush or anything, darling. Let's see.
Do you remember the old war?
Is this gonna be...
Order seems to have misplaced those memories.
Yeah. You're gonna be... defense with no shields. Alright, well do that. You're done, you're done. I don't care about those pieces. Wow, you're still the same one from like 5 days ago. This Saturn invasion has not ended. You know what? Let's get that nav coordinate out of the way. Looking for the fist. Another assassination against Ford. Do I have to switch my whole loadout? Yep. Fuck it. We're not gonna do it. In the meantime, oh well, I was gonna suggest doing something that would require me to do that anyways. Huh. All right. Nope. Come on. Still gotta get the hang of this whole new loadout or interface that they have.
If I may say, operator, your chosen Warframe suits you. Ha ha.
Let's run this spy mission, see if we can grab some of those rare mods. A spy mission on Lamidia, you have a chance, if you hack all 3 consoles, you have a chance of getting the pistol status mods.
Tenno, I need you to get inside enemy data vaults and retrieve crucial intelligence data.
Yeah, Argon crystals shouldn't be too hard.
Watch for security systems.
Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. The enemy would rather destroy their data than it get into our hands. You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data. Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms.
Too many people in the way. B is way to the right.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
There we go. Don't feel like using ciphers. Practice for the Sortie.
Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone.
Hi Pan, how are you? Well, actually, call you David. How you doing today, buddy? We're doing some daily routine stuff. Right now I'm just burning through to try to get one of the rare status mods for the pistols. This is Lamidia on Neptune. All 3 hacks for a chance to get them. I think it's a 15% chance. It's been a while, so I haven't really remember the math behind it. I assume you're a Warframe fan as well? Only on Venus. Gotcha. Still new blood.
Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Let's see. Floor sensor off. Going up high. Camera out. Pushing through. Oh. No more cameras. Do, do.
Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone.
No, they won't.
We have everything we came for.
Let's push for
Get to
extraction and see if we got the one of the status mods we were going for. Nope, we got covert lethality though. Credits, and we got a relic. Oh, okay, Joe, you're in the States, so. Ember is probably one of my favorite Warframes, to be honest. Some people would say that she's my main frame. But to me, she's probably one of the better, well-rounded Warframes to go through any of the regular levels with. And once this loads in, alright, we gotta switch to Ember here. This is actually Ember Prime. Let's, if you just got her, give you a 2-second rundown of her real quick. The best thing you want to do is try to build her for her World on Fire ability or fourth ability. It's kind of her bread and butter. And basically all that does is any enemies within a certain distance from you will be hit with a blast of fire from the ground up, almost like eruptions coming underneath their feet wherever they're standing. It does circulate, so it doesn't hit every enemy in that circle at the same time. It does like rotate through them all. And the radius that it starts from, as time goes on, the ability gets stronger, so the distance gets cut in half, but the damage will get doubled, but the energy per second's also going to get doubled. The great thing about Ember, this is actually going to be the build that I use for her basically all the time, is Firequake. Firequake is an augment mod for Ember, specifically her fourth ability. Any enemies that are hit by that ability, 100% chance of knocking them down. So basically, what... Oh, David, appreciate the subscribe, buddy. The love is always welcomed. But yeah, anybody that's hit basically knocks them down. So it makes her one of the best crowd control Warframes there are. It's crowd control plus damage, so you really can't beat that combination. Joan, you're done? Awesome. Let me... oh, I already have Ember on, so let me send you another invite there. And we will continue and try and get you Rhino. Now, we got the Neuroptics before. Joan, do you by any chance have any other piece of Rhino already other than the Neuroptics? Curious just to know what we're going for. Yeah, Dave, if you want to jump in, buddy, go right ahead. My PlayStation handle is the same as my YouTube channel. It's V1I7P2E3R. More than welcome to add me on PlayStation. We are on PlayStation, by the way, just so you're aware. Give me 1 second. Let me shoot you that friend request, buddy. Unfortunately, not. Um, Warframe does not go cross-platform, unfortunately. But awesome. They just released it on the Switch. How you liking it on there? Kind of jealous about the fact that you can bring Warframe wherever you want. I've been contemplating getting a Nintendo Switch specifically to see if I can have my account uploaded over to it, copied over, and then continue from there. Something tells me I won't be able to. Um, just because Nintendo's going to want to make their money as far as the platinum that has been bought and all that good stuff. Joan, let me send you an invite real quick. Not sure if the last one went through or not. There we go. Okay, and this time it actually said you got it. For some reason, the one before, I don't think it did. I don't remember getting that second warning. I'm not sure what you're trying to say there, Joe. WRE. That's an acronym. I am unaware of what that might stand for. Alright, let's crack this window open just a little bit. Get some nice, crisp, cold air in here. Alright, we got Joan back in here. Back to Fossil.
In an attempt to exert authority, the Corpus recently introduced their most lethal security proxy yet. Determine its location aboard this vessel and destroy it. The VIP that we're hunting is here. Find them and take them out. Do not dismiss the Jackal as just another Corpus proxy. This will be unlike any enemy you have faced yet. Nicknamed the Jackal, this is the same deadly quad robot which has become extremely problematic for our cells in the field.
Joan, step into this
You're
little
on the
energy bubble
sensors
here
now.
just so you have
Protected.
some energy. There we go.
You've located the VIP. Time to go to work.
Good to go.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here. We've got robots inbound.
Oh, let the robots come inbound. No one cares. I am clearing a path for you, Joan. Alright. Systems or chassis?
Assassination
Damn,
contract
neuroptics
complete.
again.
Great work, Tenno.
I was hoping it would be one of those runs where we can literally just pop it like 3-4 times and it appears as if you're in the loading screen. Well, there's going to be a 15-second delay between what's actually going on and the stream itself.
We need to find the VIP and take them down. Do not let the target escape. In an attempt to exert power and authority, the Corpus recently introduced their most lethal security proxy.
Take a little bit of that energy
Determine
so
its
we're good to
location
go.
aboard this vessel and destroy it.
Watch for security systems.
Do not dismiss the Jackal as just another Corpus proxy. This will be unlike any enemy you have faced yet. They spy you.
Right behind you.
Nicknamed the Jackal, this is the same deadly quad robot which has become extremely problematic for our cells in the field. Nicknamed the Jackal, this is the same deadly quad robot which has become extremely problematic for our cells in the field. Target. Stay sharp. This one is a handful.
Bye-bye leg. Oh, he actually hit me with that one. Hoo-ha. Back to the elevator.
Won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here. You've got robots inbound.
Oh, Joan, come over here. Scan that.
They won't be bothering us anymore.
There's
Let's get out of
systems.
here.
Alright. Chassis is all we need. Chances are, for Rhino, you're also going to need some plastids. We'll have to do a little farming for. And you also mentioned that you're going to need some argon crystals, so Joan will get you some argon crystals as well, darling. For that, we'll have to go to the void. Alright, here we go. Can we get Rhino in only 4 runs? That would be very impressive. Fastest I've seen it done, personally, is 6.
In an attempt to exert power and authority, the Corpus recently introduced their most lethal security proxy yet. Determine its location aboard this vessel and destroy it. We need to find the VIP and take them down.
Here we go.
Do not let the target escape. Do not dismiss the Jackal as just another Corpus proxy.
Oh,
This will be unlike any enemy you have faced yet.
for the time being, I would say probably Volt. There is a free pack right now, so you can get Platinum. You can just buy another Warframe slot for 20 plat.
Time to shut you up for good.
scene. Nicknamed the Jackal, this is the same deadly quad robot which has become extremely problematic for our cells in the field. Target acquired. Take it down.
Woo-ha.
Nice work taking down the VIP. Now get to extraction. There's incoming.
Oh, let them income. Clear a path, people. Lady with a baby. Come on, Chassis.
Target down. Assassination.
Woo! Chassis! 4 runs! That's awesome. There you go. You got everything you need to build Rhino. Now all you have to do is just make sure you have the pieces, or the materials to build each piece. But I dare say you don't have any plant at all. Alright, Joan, we're going to fix that real quick. Let me see if there's a shortcut to get there without walking through the PlayStation Store itself. Let me see if this will actually work. Otherwise, I'll have to walk you through the PlayStation Store. Don't be just for... Oh, no, there's only 7 things here, so it's going to be just for the Platinum. Alright, so if... What if I just click on Chroma Prime Access real quick? Nope, alright. Alright, Joan, you're going to have to go to the PlayStation Store. Once you're in there, look up Warframe. There should be... Absolutely, there'll be 1. There may be 2 free downloads in there that are going to be like quote-unquote starter packs. Look for them. I just downloaded another one myself, got myself another 170 plat a couple of days ago. So it should be there for anyone that has a PlayStation Plus membership. It should be free. So you should be able to download that and get yourself some Platinum. Let me know how that goes for you.
Operator, are you enjoying the view?
Hello and welcome to our newest viewer. We're going to be holding up just for 1 second. Actually playing with one of my viewers right now. We're trying to go through and make sure that they get the Platinum. You don't have PlayStation Plus. Check it just the same. There might still be a general one that's going to be free in there for you with probably like 70 to 80 plant if I remember right. But this is going back some time, so I don't know if that's still going to be there for you or not. Side note, PlayStation Plus memberships are relatively cheap right now. The whole Black Friday sale and Cyber Monday thing that's going on right now, so now would be the best time to grab one of those memberships. Alright, well, you're checking that out. I haven't looked at my foundry for a little bit. I don't think I have anything major going on. Oh, from Disruptor, but that's No big deal. Let's get some more energy. Let's get some ciphers going. Oh, I gotta build another Exodia epidemic. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some mining at some point. There isn't any one pack in there specifically that just says free. I just want to double check and make sure with you.
Ordis has completed a foundry task. No, don't mention it.
I am actually going to stop the stream for a minute. Just got a very disheartening text message. I will return, but I'm not entirely sure when. Joan, I'm going to stay in the squad, but give me 5 minutes, darling.